A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everybody, welcome to A+ English. I'm Kat.
And I'm Elsie.
And today we are talking about some lovely fall treats.
So what are some of the treats you like, especially in fall?
Well, I mean, there's two major holidays that are all about food in fall in the US. You have Halloween and then you have Thanksgiving. So Halloween, you know, I think of all the different candy that you can get from your neighbors. Or Thanksgiving, I think of like pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. I love that.
Or sweet potato casserole or turkey, I guess, some things like that. Yeah.
So what about chocolate? Do you like chocolate?
Oh, yes. Yeah. So Halloween is a big time for chocolate.
Yeah, but you can have chocolate in all of the seasons.
That's true. So there are some treats that are special for fall that we are going to learn about today.
Right.
So let's go ahead and look at our article.
Okay.
And we'll find out what they are.
Enjoy these great fall treats.
Fall brings cool weather. It also brings special fall tastes. Celebrate fall with these great dishes and drinks. Apple cider. This sweet, spicy drink can warm you up on a cool day. Enjoy it with cinnamon. Squash soup. Pumpkin is a kind of squash, but there are other kinds too. Squash soup is savory and usually includes salt and butter. Apple, pumpkin, or pecan pies. All of these are popular in the fall. These pies can be delicious desserts after a good meal. Caramel apples, caramel apples. These aren't just sweet treats, they're also fun to eat. You can make them in many ways. Here's one way to make them.
Word power!
Taste. Taste. The taste of this orange is sweet. It's delicious. The taste of this orange is sweet. It's delicious. Dish. Dish. Beef noodles is one of Taiwan's famous dishes. Beef noodles is one of Taiwan's famous dishes. Dessert. Dessert. We ate chicken for dinner and cookies for dessert. We ate chicken for dinner and cookies for dessert. Treat. Treat. The teacher gave all her students a piece of candy as a sweet treat. The teacher gave all her students a piece of candy as a sweet treat.
认识字汇
Spicy, cinnamon, savory.
All right, today we start out by talking about the season of fall. Fall brings cool weather. Cool weather is so nice right now. It also brings special fall tastes.
文章一开始说到呢，秋天带来凉爽的天气，那我们一定要复习一下一年的四季：春 （spring）、夏 （summer）、fall 就是秋天啦。那英式的说法是 autumn。那最后冬天 （winter）。
Yeah, so you can say fall or autumn. Either one is okay, no matter where you're from. Okay, so we have our first word power word in this first sentence, and that is the special fall taste. So taste here is a noun. It could also be a verb, but here we are talking about it as a noun. So it's T-A-S-T-E, taste. Let's find out what that is. All right, so when we're talking about a taste, we're talking about something you can do with your mouth and particularly your tongue. So if you have a taste, it could be sweet, like desserts, sour, like something like lemons that makes you or bitter, like kugwa or a bitter melon, or salty, like potato chips or something like that. And you can sense taste when it's in your mouth. So smell is in your nose, touch is in your hands and the rest of your body, hearing is in your ears, and sight is in your eyes, but taste is what your mouth does with food. And here we're talking about tastes as like flavors, like what can you taste when you eat or drink something. So here we're going to be talking about some special fall treats, so we're talking about what do they taste like. Here's an example sentence. The taste of this orange is sweet. It's delicious. The taste of this orange is sweet. It's delicious.
Taste 这个字呢，在文章里面当名词使用哦，代表的是滋味或是风味。那例句说啊，这颗柳橙有甜甜的风味，好好吃。那另外呢 ，taste 也可以当动词使用哦，解释为尝起来。For example, the cake tastes really sweet，代表这蛋糕尝起来很甜。那这边你看到的是 tastes 后面直接加上形容词 sweet 这个字。那另外呢，我们还有另外一个使用方法，就是 the dish tastes like trash。
Whoa，
这道菜尝起来像垃圾，代表它很难吃。那后面我们就看到 taste 加上 like， 再加上一个名词，这边的名词就是 trash 垃圾。那回到文章呢，我们说到秋天也带来特别的滋味。
All right, well, let's hope we don't have any dishes here that taste like trash or garbage. We want something that tastes really good or has a good taste. All right, so our article says, celebrate fall with these great dishes and drinks. So if they're great, I guess they don't taste like trash, right? So our second word, power word, is in this sentence. It is dish, and we're talking about great dishes and drinks. So dish is a noun spelled D-I-S-H. Let's find out what dish means. Okay, when we're talking about a dish, we could be talking about a couple of different things. First, it could be something like a plate. A plate can also be called a dish or a bowl or a glass. Any of those are dishes that you eat with. But here we are talking about a dish that is a food. So if you call a food a dish, it's food that is made ready or made in a certain way. So like, for example, you might have a main dish when you're eating dinner. That means it's the big dish that you are eating, like, for example, if you have chicken or if you have like a big salad and that's the thing that you're mainly eating, the biggest thing you have to eat, that's your main dish. On the other hand, you could have a side dish, which is smaller and is meant to go with the main dish. There are other kinds of dishes. There are like appetizers, which you eat before your big meal, or there's small plates. There's a lot of different kinds of dishes. So here's an example sentence. Beef noodles is one of Taiwan's famous dishes. Beef noodles is one of Taiwan's famous dishes.
dish 这个字呢，在文章里当菜肴来解释，那它是一个名词。那我们另外还有一种解释是碗盘，同学们应该很熟悉，像是要洗碗，我们说 do the dishes， 或是 wash the dishes。那 dishes 就是它的复数形。那例句说啊，牛肉面是台湾最有名的菜肴之一。那回到文章呢，我们讲到我们可以用这些菜肴和饮料来庆祝秋天的到来。We can use those to celebrate the arrival of fall.
Yeah, so let's find out what are these dishes and drinks that you can celebrate fall with. The first one is called apple cider, and this is one of my favorites too. So this sweet, spicy drink can warm you up on a cool day. So apple cider is kind of like hot apple juice with some cinnamon and maybe some other things like nutmeg, some other kinds of spices that are a little bit sweet. Yeah, and it's really, really nice. I mean, if you're an adult, you can have alcoholic, but obviously you guys are not, so you should have the non-alcoholic version.
Yeah, and it's spicy. 这边的 spicy 不解释为辣的，这边解释为口味比较重的辛香料的。那这样口味较重的饮料呢，可以在凉凉的天气当中 warm you up. To warm somebody or warm something up 代表的是使某个东西加热，使某个东西暖和起来。那这边的 warm 代表的是动词的形式哦。那另外 warm 还可以当形容词用，代表温暖的。
All right, so if you want to enjoy your apple cider properly, you enjoy it with cinnamon, as the article says. So cinnamon, I believe, is 肉桂, right?
肉桂，没错。
Yeah. So if you add that cinnamon to your apple cider, it'll taste really good.
And according to the article, we can enjoy it with cinnamon. Cinnamon 肉桂，刚刚讲到了。
Right. All right, so the next one we've got, which you can have with your apple cider, is a dish called squash soup. So there's lots of different kinds of squashes. The article says pumpkin is a kind of squash, that's true, but there are other kinds too. So for example, like yellow squash, butternut squash, zucchini is a kind of squash, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and different kinds of squashes.
所以 squash 和 pumpkin 在中文我们都称之为南瓜，但是 pumpkin 是秋天才会有的，像是万圣节常见的装饰大南瓜就是 pumpkin。那 squash 它是夏季产出的，体型比较小，那我们烹煮食物的时候用的南瓜就叫做 squash。
So squash soup is savory and usually includes salt and butter. So savory here is kind of like a really nice flavor that you get from like meat or mushrooms or something like that.
所以 savory 是咸咸的 ，it's like a little bit salty.
Yeah, a little bit salty, but nicer than salty.
可是又比 salty 又比咸的来的好吃一点哈，你可以称之为 savory。那南瓜汤呢，通常是这样的味道，那它会含有 salt 盐，还有 butter 牛油。
So salt and butter on your squash. Yeah, that's a really good addition. Especially butter and squash go really well together. All right, so the article goes on to say apple, pumpkin, or pecan pies, or pecan pies. You can say either way. So these three kinds of pies, all of these are popular in the fall. Of course, apple pie is supposed to be the main American kind of pie. But we also really enjoy pumpkin and pecan pies in the fall.
所以这边有3种 pies， 就是苹果派、南瓜派和胡桃派，它们在秋天都很受欢迎。They're very popular in fall.
Yeah, and that's because the things that you make them with are usually ready to eat in the fall. Yeah, so the article says these pies can be delicious desserts after a good meal.
所以文章这边说到啊，一顿大餐之后再来享用这些派是非常美味的。
Yeah, I'm really wanting some pumpkin pie right now.
Yeah, as desserts.
As dessert, which is our next word power word, dessert. Now, careful with this because dessert looks really similar to the word desert, but it's got an extra S. Dessert has 2 S's. It's spelled D-E-S-S-E-R-T. It's a noun. Let's find out what it means. All right, when we are talking about a dessert, we're talking about a sweet food that you eat after you're done with the main part of your meal. Usually, dessert is a non-countable noun, which means we can't say 1 dessert, 2 desserts. We actually can, but in this case, we are talking about it as a big thing, so we don't count it. So 1 plate of dessert, 2 plates of dessert, like 1 piece of pie, 1 piece of cake, something like that. Pies, cakes, cookies, donuts, cupcakes, these are all different kinds of dessert. You could even say a chocolate bar is dessert. All right, now I'm getting really hungry, but let me go on to the example sentence. We ate chicken for dinner and cookies for dessert. We ate chicken for dinner and cookies for dessert.
Dessert 这个名词呢是甜点。那例句说到呢，我们吃鸡肉当晚餐，饼干当甜点。So what's our next dessert?
Well, our next dessert is another one that's really famous. It's called caramel apples. So it's not apples that you dip in caramel. It's not apples that have caramel inside them. It's apples with caramel on top. So these aren't just sweet treats. They're also fun to eat. It's true. They're a really popular food at like fairs or parties or something like that because they're fun to eat. So our last word power word here for today is treat. That's a sweet treat. So treat is a noun that is spelled T-R-E-A-T, treat. Let's find out what that is. When we are talking about a treat as a noun, we're talking about something that tastes good, that you really want to eat, but you don't get to eat very often. So when you do eat it, it's really special and it makes you feel really happy. So for example, dogs and cats really like to have treats when they are doing something like learning how to sit or learning how to do a trick or fetching, or just when you want to tell them they're being good. So you will give your pets treats. It's not their whole meal, it's just a little thing. Or for humans, for us, treats could be something like candy that you don't get to eat very much. Or if your mom says, I have a treat for you, if you get a good grade, you can have a cupcake after school, something like that. Or an ice cream cone. Those are all different examples of treats. Now, an example sentence of this might be, the teacher gave all her students a piece of candy as a sweet treat. The teacher gave all her students a piece of candy as a sweet treat.
Treat 这边呢，当名词用，代表享受或是美食。那例句说啊，这位老师给他所有的学生各一颗糖果，来作为甜食享受。那文章说到呢，焦糖苹果不只是甜食，它们吃起来很好玩。那在我们探讨为什么好玩之前，我先来问 Kat 一个问题 ：Did you used to go trick-treating?
Trick or treating.
Trick or treating?
Yeah.
On Halloween when you were little?
Yeah, until I was about maybe 11 or 12 years old.
Really?
From the time I was a baby until then. Yeah, every year. So trick-or-treating, if you guys don't know what that is, it's a Halloween tradition where you, as a child, you'll dress up in a fancy costume and you'll go with your parents and your friends and your brothers and sisters to go around your neighborhood, knock on people's doors, and ask them for candy by saying, trick or treat!
就是不给糖就捣蛋，所以那个 treat 指的就是糖果。Okay.
Yeah. So actually, treat can also be a verb. If you want to treat somebody, that means maybe you will pay for their food if they are, if you want to be nice to them.
So, Kat, let me treat you to lunch later.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
That's a very nice thing to do.
That means I'm going to buy her lunch.
Yeah. All right. But we are going to go on with the article right now. We're still talking about these caramel apples. As we said, they're fun to eat. And the article says you can make them in many ways. That's true.
In many ways 代表是以很多不同的方式，所以这边在说的是你可以以很多不同的方式做出焦糖苹果。So how can we make this?
Well, the next day in day 2, we're going to find out. The article says, here's one way to make them.
这里有一种制作这些焦糖苹果的方式。And our article stopped here. So how are you going to know how to make them? Like you said, we have to read tomorrow's article.
That's right. So until then, we're going to have to just leave you there on a cliffhanger. That means we're going to have to go to our magic box right now. And when we're done with that, we'll be right back for review time.
Magic Box 找亮点。
Hi everyone, I'm Eileen. Nice to meet you. There are 4 people in my family, including myself. 嗨，大家好，我是Eileen。没错，我刚刚就在示范，每次都会很尴尬，不知道要说什么的英文自我介绍。很高兴认识大家，我家有4个人，包括我自己，然后就会一阵尴尬。所以说啊，我来教教你们 include 的不同用法，让你们自我介绍的时候也可以吸引大家注意，就不会像我这么尴尬了。Include 一般大家都学过，就是很单纯的当动词使用，就是包含包括的意思，所以后面就可以直接加上名词，包含那个东东什么东东这样子。像是如果我们去餐厅吃饭的时候，会看到菜单上面写说 The check includes a 10% service charge， 账单含10%服务费哦。但是如果 The check doesn't include the 10% service charge， 我们就会很开心，这家店免服务费耶，这样子。Include 当动词用，就是像这样跟一般动词的用法一模一样。但我刚刚自我介绍的时候，我说 There are 4 people in my family, including myself。大家看到了 include 去 e 加 ing， 前面还多了一个逗点吗？这是什么用法啊？ 其实这里只是把 include 变成了介系词，用来补充说明前方事物，还包含着什么什么而已哦。所以在你所说的句子后方加上逗号，再加上 including， 再加上这件事所包含的东西就可以啦。所以可以说 The check is $1,200.including a 10% service charge. 今天消费金额总共是1200元，含服务费。谢谢你哦。好，就这么简单而已。所以自我介绍的时候呢，也可以使用这个说法。最后呢，我要教同学们一个更高深的文法，就是使用 included。它是很难的文法哦，是使用被动语态，你学起来就了不起了。使用被动语态，所以 included 可以说成是什么什么什么是被包含在内的，意思就是说，你呢可以在你主要的句子后面加上一个逗号，补充说明你所包含在内的东西为何。最后呢，再在句尾加上 included 就可以咯，就是以上 included 的用法。所以呢，我再帮同学整理一下 include 的3种用法咯。第一种讲的就是原形 include， 直接当一般动词使用。第二种呢 including 是包含什么什么东西，所以要逗号加 including， 后面再加上你所包含的事物。第三种 included， 什么什么什么是被包含在内的，所以呢，逗号后面加上你所包含的事物，最后结尾再加上 included 就可以啦。以上你也学会了吗？最后我要来考同学，使用 include 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 要怎么说？我的家庭包含我爸妈、我的狗和我呢？答对的话，你也可以轻松搞定英文字界咯。The answer is my family includes my parents, my dog, and I. 你答对了吗？
Wait for it. It's review time. 复习时间到喽。
All right, we are back with review time, and as you can see from what Elsie is holding, we're going to be playing Pictionary.
Pictionary.
Yes, where she is going to draw one of our word power words, and I have to try and guess what it is, maybe before you're done.
Maybe before I'm done?
I don't know. That's the goal of the game.
She's very confident, huh?
If you play with more than 2 people, then the first person to guess will win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
So
we're
I'll
only
start.
with 2 of us. Okay, you go ahead. She's drawing a circle. And another circle? No, that looks like a fish. She's drawing a circle with a fish on it. Or a fish in it. And the person is cooking the fish? I think, is it maybe a dish?
Yes, it's a dish.
Okay.
一道菜啊，
All
鱼嘛，
right.
对不对？
Yeah, it looks like a fish. I just wasn't sure what is this part.
不错吧？我画的好不好？同学们，你们说。
All right.
It's a dish.
All right, it's
Okay,
a dish. I
I'll
believe.
erase the board for you, and you're going to draw.
Yes, I'm
picture
going to
for
draw
me.
for you. Yeah. I gotta think about what I'm going to draw.
Here you go.
Okay, thank you. Now, let's see if I can do it so people can see. Oh, I know what to do.
A big circle again?
A big circle again. Lots of circles today.
It's a person.
Yeah, it's a person. But
It's a person.
Oh,
What is the
I'm not
person
supposed to be
doing?
talking. I shouldn't be talking. No talking.
The mouth is open. And the tongue is hanging out. And there's a fork. 有一把叉子，要干嘛呢？擦自己的舌头。
No.
擦东西来吃，擦东西来吃。那他在享受美食吗？ Is the person having a treat?
No.
Is the person tasting something?
Yep. This is a taste.
So the word is taste.
Yes.
But in our article, it was used as a noun.
Right.
文章里面是名词，滋味、风味。那如果我们说 the person is tasting something， 代表他在尝某个东西，那就是动词的用法。Okay.
Yes. So they are having a taste, or they are tasting something. Okay. Good. Would you like to do?
I think we can leave the two to our students.
That's right. Yeah. You
They
guys can do the other
Right.
two. Maybe you can figure out a different way to do dessert and treat. If you can, let us know because I think those are two kind of hard ones
Yeah.
because they're almost the same.
Right.
Yeah, they almost look the same. All right. That's all the time we have for today. For A+ English, I'm Kat.
I'm Elsie.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Enjoy these great fall treats.
Fall brings cool weather. It also brings special fall tastes. Celebrate fall with these great dishes and drinks. Apple cider. This sweet, spicy drink can warm you up on a cool day. Enjoy it with cinnamon. Squash soup. Pumpkin is a kind of squash, but there are other kinds too. Squash soup is savory and usually includes salt and butter. Apple, pumpkin, or pecan pies. All of these are popular in the fall. These pies can be delicious desserts after a good meal. Caramel apples. Caramel apples. These aren't just sweet treats, they're also fun to eat. You can make them in many ways. Here's one way to make them.
Word power!
Taste. Taste. The taste of this orange is sweet. It's delicious. The taste of this orange is sweet. It's delicious. Dish. Dish. Beef noodles is one of Taiwan's famous dishes. Beef noodle soup is one of Taiwan's famous dishes. Dessert. Dessert. We ate chicken for dinner and cookies for dessert. We ate chicken for dinner and cookies for dessert. Treat. Treat. The teacher gave all her students a piece of candy as a sweet treat. The teacher gave all her students a piece of candy as a sweet treat.
认识字汇。
Spicy. Cinnamon. Savory.